Leon is coming at you with another video. What is up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Bella, we're in for Friday. I know this is an unusual thing because you said you got plans on Tuesday, so we'll probably wait on the next Tuesday show, but that's either here or then.
Yes. Here we are, the Friday after Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, mine was great. I got to enjoy time with the family. I mean, the only negative I can say is those Cowboys won on an easy game. That was
Yes, I agree. I would say that would be kind of the same for me. I didn't want them to win, but hey, easy
I knew
game.
I had them. Yeah, I had them win for that game.
Yeah, I had them too. Okay, here's a good question. When did you eat your Thanksgiving? Were you eating during the Cowboys game or were you eating during the Niners game?
I was eating during that Cowboys game because
Yeah.
my brother was watching it, and my mother was just like cooking the food over there with the family because she's a Dallas fan, so she's such a.
Oh,
Yeah, but she was like saying, "Hey, we did so good." And I'm like, "Relax, mom. It's the Commanders. They're not that good."
yeah. And I don't know. It's almost kind of fun to see them think they're doing so good because then once they play a team like ours, it's gonna come crashing down.
Yeah, I remember on one of those Twitters that I said on one of the guys who's a Giants fan. I think he agreed on one of my takes. I said, "Dude, when Dallas plays a a team above 500, they play like the Giants Commanders."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right on the money. Right on the money.
Shout out to Tommy. He's a funny, sarcastic guy. He's just being funny. He's a funny dude. He can be a little, but he's got good jazz. He's got like some type of jazz music on his channel. I think he has a TikTok too. He has some good
Oh,
jazz.
that's cool.
He's a good guy. Very good
Well,
guy.
hello, Tommy. Welcome.
Yeah, don't take his offense for what he says. He does
No.
he does
Good.
have a sense of humor. But
We're all friends here.
yeah. I know some people get offended by it, but I said, man, Tommy's just who he is. He just does it for fun.
We love it. All right, so let's talk about this game. How did you feel about it? Didn't it just make your Thanksgiving that much better?
It made it so much better, but the problem is now they're just gonna say, well, Brock didn't have this type of game. Like, I didn't expect it to go that way.
Yeah, that's definitely. I've already started to hear of it's still going back to, he's still not an elite quarterback, and it's like everything you can think of like, can we just be in this moment and appreciate how great of a win that was? And not only that, but for people who've been fans through like the Harbaugh era, where remember Lynch, Sherman were eating the turkey on our field, and now it's years later and it's our turn. So that felt really, really good.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing we got to appreciate. And then the funny part about it is it's the other way around. Now we have our own version of Marshawn Lynch. We got Christian McCaffrey, and then on defense, if we had your own version of Richard Sherman, it would be Travarius Ward.
Yeah,
Travarius Ward is a mouth at times, but then you got our wide receiver Debo, who's kind of like, I guess you can say he's kind of like a better version of Doug Baldwin a little bit. Or no, wait, Golden Tate, because he was actually a physical blocker and did it all too. But then we all know, Brock can be the classy guy, so he probably would be the Russell Wilson of that era.
Right. Yeah. We had a lot more people at the table. It was really nice to see. But I didn't were they at the 50 like on the logo? Because I know that distinctively when the Seahawks did it, it was like eating on our logo.
Yeah, I don't know why did they really have us eat at the logo, because it seemed like they didn't show that part.
They didn't show that, so I didn't know. And then you know what really kind of ticked me off, besides the uniforms, besides those hideous uniforms that the Seahawks are wearing, the footballs. I don't know. Did you notice it? It said Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. It should have been on maybe on the primetime slot. It's supposed to say Sunday Night Football, but it was kind of weird.
It was. You would think like, who's marketing? Because
who's marketing this? But I guess since it's like a thing out of Sunday night, they probably use it. They should have put it on a Thursday night or something like that. But
yeah,
maybe because it's NBC. Maybe it's like NBC type of thing.
I guess, but I did catch that, and I was like, "Who is getting fired tonight?" That is all over the place. That does not say Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. So what's a lot worse, the Dolly Parton on the Cowboys halftime thing, or was the Lions, or was that, I forget, that singer from the Detroit Lions? Who was the worst halftime show?
Was it Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't watch the Jack Harlow one, so I don't know, but I heard that the setup of the stage was whack.
I mean, what's worse? Like, come on. Like, the way how Dolly Parton was dressed, like, she looked like the last cheerleader for the Cowboys Super Bowl win.
The first thing I did when I saw her on there was like, how old is she? Like, oh 77. My God.
She's as old as Jerry Jones almost.
She's 77. I Googled it, and I was like, you know what? I guess if you got it, flaunt it. You do your thing, Dolly. I'm not going to hate on you. You do your thing. Maybe she's bringing the Cowboys luck. I don't know.
It was only on the Commanders. Let's relax about that. Yeah, it's been that way for TMC saying Sunday night since this year. Yeah, it's been like that also.
Oh, it has. Okay, I didn't know that. So
yeah. Good job. I've heard a lot of Seattle fans are even hoping to get Bo Nix. I don't know. I've seen Bo Nix play at Auburn. He's not that good. But when he plays at Oregon, I think Oregon is a little different with the system.
Okay.
But since you want to talk about what was hideous, we were talking about those Seahawk uniforms, man. Like it looked like the booger uniform. It looked like the go green type of uniform. The stuff where they say recycle, go green.
Yeah.
Maybe a little environment stuff, or those, like those what is it, like those diet ones. What is it called? I forget the color of it. Forget what it was, but it's like it has the same color just like that.
Yeah, the uniforms were, I thought, hideous. Tommy, I love that your crush is still Dolly Parton. I'm not hating on her. She's got hit songs. I think she's great. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Tommy's just a funny. I think he's just being sarcastic.
I think he's being serious. I think people. I mean, my dad woke up during his nap and was watching Dolly Parton. So, I don't know.
I think he's probably playing around.
So
this guy's too much. He, like I said, he can be a little bit of a jokester. But yeah, I think what went wrong on this game was just the interception by Brock Purdy. I think the rest of the game was just all good. Like, I think you can't blame that on Brock, because the ball was tipped.
Yeah. I think it was McCaffrey, right?
Yeah, it was right on his hand, and it just went towards the linebacker.
Yeah, so that wasn't intentional. And I think even Shanahan said the way they set up Brock for that, was that it? Where he said they could have done better with setting him up for that play. But to me, what was impressive, he didn't dwell on it, and he just went back into it. And I think that's really, really important, and shows your professionalism as an athlete of like, all right, that happened, but like get back into the zone and keep going.
Yeah. It's never discouraging for you to stop doing it. Like, some of them are just afraid of doing it again, but with Brock, he takes the chances. Oh, you're serious? I thought you were joking.
Told you. I knew it. Tommy, I got you. I knew you were serious.
I mean, sometimes Tommy can be a jokester. That's one thing they can't get all the time with him. I mean, I never liked the action green pajama look in unis. I hate. Oh, he's saying it because he's a Seahawks fan. He never liked the uniforms.
So you're a Seahawks fan. Okay, so is that do you guys have that as a rotating uniform? Is that like a legit uniform they have?
I think it's an alternate. Like those alternates they have every year.
Oh, that I would send a letter, dear Seahawks.
Or it could be worse. In 2009, didn't they had the worst uniforms of all time? Kind of like the recycle. They had the blue recycled colors of it too.
Did they? I don't remember, but
It
yeah.
was. I don't know. Do you remember those uniforms? Because I remember in 2009 they had this uniform that was so hideous. Like
Remember. I have
it
to
was
see
like
it. I'm gonna look it up. You said 2009?
yeah, Seahawks. I don't know. It was 2009. I think so. 2009 Seahawks alternate uniforms. Watch. You'll see. They were the worst.
Oh, the bright blue.
Or
It's like
whatever.
bright blue and
Oh, it was a
green.
different one. It's a different one.
No.
It's like the alternate one.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. It's no, I don't know. But I
I'll
do
look it
see
up.
that you
I'll look
can
it up.
buy this bright green one.
Oh, this is the one I'm talking about. I'll look for it right now. This is the one I think. Oh, this one right here was the worst. This was hideous. That looks like recycle.
It's hard to see. I can't see. It's okay. Go ahead and send it to me.
Oh, let me send it. This is like the recycle one. Just look up 2009 Seahawks alternate uniform. Those were the worst. It looked like the recycle colors. You know, like the ones where it has little blue and the green into it. It's worse than the booger ones.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, those were.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Those were the worst. I don't think the booger ones were that bad, but that one's the worst.
Yeah.
I think that's why they never. Yeah, I like the Black Niner unis. They were my favorite.
Oh yeah, I like the black ones too.
Yeah.
But yes, and then so what I know, I saw that Kittle had pumpkin loaf before this game. Did you see that? That was
pumpkin loaf. You know, since Kittle kind of influenced me into checking out the pumpkin loaf, I went to Starbucks and got me one. Like,
are you telling me you have never had the pumpkin loaf at Starbucks?
No, I've actually had the frappuccinos and all that, but I do like the banana bread loaf too. It's got
yes, that is good, but I cannot believe you haven't had the pumpkin loaf. Where
I've never had it.
Oh my gosh! It took Kittle to have it for you to have it.
I never knew they were such a thing like that. So I was like, okay, it's on the way because I was just stopping by Jersey Mike, and there's a Starbucks right down the corner. So it's like
your life has changed.
It's changed. It's good, but it's not better than the Mexican bread that I get at the Mexican market.
Well, yeah, nothing beats that.
Oh wow, Tommy don't like pumpkin pie. What does he like? Sweet potato pie?
Yeah. What's your favorite, Tommy?
Hey Tommy, what's your favorite pie? Sweet potato pie or sweet Mama Jemima? No, just playing.
What desserts did you have for Thanksgiving?
What I had for dessert? They had this Oreo cheesecake where you make it homemade. Ooh. It's got a nice cream filling to it. My mom made a big amount like this, and then she had the pumpkin pie and other stuff. And all they had was a turkey, the mashed potatoes, and a bunch of other stuff. What did you have for Thanksgiving?
The traditional, turkey and mash and mac and cheese and all that. But for dessert this year, I made my very first from scratch apple pie. And then like my sister made some sort of like banana chocolate loaf that was super good.
Oh yeah.
So that was good. That pecan pie.
I love pecan pie. That is another pie I like. And you know what else is my favorite pie? Is like, since we're gonna talk a little bit of pie, we can throw it out there. I'll be honest, like I like the banana cream pie. That's my other favorite.
I've never had that. See, you haven't had pumpkin loaf, and I've never had that. Okay.
I don't know what other place that you have a pie. Do you guys have a Marine Calendars?
No.
Well, just look for a pie place.
Maybe like a Nations, huh?
There's different places that have it, but yeah, the banana cream pie is one of my favorites, but the coconut cream pie is pretty good too.
Okay, see, now we're learning all about
pie. Yeah, but pecan pie, you can't go any worse.
You can't.
Even though it's a little sugary, but you can't go wrong with it.
Hey, once a year doesn't hurt. CMC had 2 touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah, I think CMC is on pace to break the all-time Niners record because the previous record was held by Jerry Rice with 23 touchdowns.
Oh wow! So yes. Hey, I'm rooting for him every game. I'm like, how many is he going to get this one? I really want him to break records. I'm rooting for him.
He's got 16, so he's already tied the record with Terrell Owens.
Amazing. Did you see the part where they cut? It was before they cut to commercial. I guess something was up with his helmet.
Where like Frankenstein, the little screws. It just sounds kind of like it's got to catch this McCaffrey. It's like, man, this guy's just unstoppable. Oh, they're gonna fix him. They made it look like he was like Frankenstein.
It really did. I saw all the memes go around, and I was like, this is really true. He's he's not human, this man. He is incredible, and I'm so blessed that he's on our team. I'm so happy.
I think the fact that we're using him too much is crazy, but he hasn't been injured as bad. So I think we're still trying to find ways to like utilize our other running backs. Like we got Mitchell to run the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, I remember kind of talking about that earlier, where I feel like we do use him a lot. Um, and using Debo is great too. He had a touchdown yesterday too, I believe, right?
Debo had a run touchdown. Yep.
One touchdown, yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to see. I just don't want to overuse him because we know we're going to need him in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, we sure do. But like the one play that stood out to me was that one pass when Brock Purdy threw it in multiple coverage and it was just right on Ayuk. It's like,
oh, that was
the hell did he do that?
amazing. Is that the one where he said it was called a dot?
Yeah, it was called a dot. But did you see the reaction of Shannon Sharp?
No, I think I missed it. Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Check out Shannon Sharp's reaction with him and Chad Johnson.
Okay.
He said this. He said, I'm not going to lie. I've never seen a quarterback throw the ball like this.
Hey, people are still hating on Brock, thinking he's not an elite quarterback and all that jazz. His numbers don't lie though. And that's where it boggles me, where people are just like, but no, he's not good, and this, and that. And
the crazy part is you would think Shannon would say something bad about Brock, but he was like, he says, Chad, I'm not gonna lie. That throw from Brock Purdy to Ayuk, I've never seen that kind of throw like that.
I think they were saying, I heard or read somewhere, a throw like that was like, I don't know, Steve Young did it in like 95.
Or, oh no, it's 89 with him and Joe Montana, but it was a different, it was the passer rating, but
okay.
Oh, so what is the question? Ooh, yeah. I guess Hygen's giving credit to Debo. He knows Debo's a tough guy. Brock is top 5. So what is the question? The question is, can there be any other quarterback who can make a throw with multiple coverage? Like they just call it the dot, right? Dot. He executes the dot. Like I think Mahomes is going to try to outdo that part if he could.
Possibly, but isn't Mahomes' problem right now is that he doesn't have like receivers because isn't what's his face not doing too well?
Yeah. No. Did you see how like okay, now we know how it is, but everybody's still I mean, yeah, Mahomes is a gifted quarterback. We're not disputing that, but all quarterbacks need the weapons. And not to sound like homerish, but don't you need quarterbacks to play in a system to be successful?
Absolutely. I mean, you need it both ways. You can't be a great quarterback and not have successful wide receivers or tight end. Like you need players, and then it works both ways. And yeah, I don't know. I still struggle with the comments of, if you were to take Brock, and that's why they lost 3 straight, is because he didn't have Debo, he didn't have Trent, and
yeah, a lot of that hurts him a little bit. But I think that's part of the development of his growing pains a little bit. So
yeah, for sure. And we've seen him for a year now, so I mean, I don't know. To me, he's amazing. He's elite. He has every right to be, I think, MVP. But maybe that's still a little too early. But yeah, great game. I'm super excited. We were really good with our score predictions. We got really, really close. And I know that the guys have an extra kind of day to rest, and then it's off to thinking about the Eagles. How do you feel about that game coming up?
Since we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't know if you saw that Monday night game, but I don't know if you saw what the coach did. Did you see the video? What he did?
No, what did the coach do?
Watch, I'm gonna give you the sound. Wait, I'm gonna put the. Oh no, Nick Sirianni. I want to put the sound, but you're gonna be like, he says this to Chiefs fans, but it's like it's so immature of a coach to do this.
I did see that. Now I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
He says, "Okay, Chiefs fan, I can't take it anymore with y'all." Then he says, "We beat y'all. See ya."
Yeah.
He was acting a little childish. Then he did it to Colts fans too.
All right. Well, karma has a funny way of just coming back to bite you, doesn't it?
It comes around, but maybe we can humble him for once.
Yeah, I'm excited about the game. Not this Sunday coming up because we're off basically. But I will be watching it to see how the Eagles do against because they're playing the Bills. Um, and then we go to Philadelphia.
That's going to be a tougher task because this could determine whether we have to go all the way down there or not. So,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
because if the Eagles are what they are, they can be what they are. Oh, he looks like Screech from Saved by the Bell. What? Doesn't he look like the guy from the Elf, the younger kid? Like Nick
Oh,
Sirianni looks like the kid from the Elf.
yeah. The brother kid
Yeah,
guy.
the brother, the younger one. Yeah, the one that's younger. He looks just like that guy.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's true. He does kind of look like him. That's funny.
But I'm gonna be honest, like Nick Sirianni is acting too childish and immature. He kind of seems like a Raider coach. Those are the kind of coaches that act a little bit cocky and pricky, even when they're like winning games.
We'll see what happens. The NFL has a way to humble you real quick, real quick.
Yeah, and the funny part is when Nick Sirianni won the conference or won the playoff game against the Giants, he did one of the weirdest things where he goes like this, like he's like what the heck?
He's in his own zone. He's probably just doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing, but it's just like he kind of rubs people the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of other fans are saying this guy has the most punchable face in the NFL because of how he is, but I don't know why, but it's working.
As long as he gets the wins, I guess that's all he needs. So basically what we would need is the Bills to beat Eagles. And then once we play the Eagles, if we beat the Eagles, then we become the number one spot in the NFC.
Well, we're number 2 right now because the Lions lost to the Packers, which I had a feeling maybe this could have been the upset for them because Packers seem to play well on Thanksgiving on them sometimes.
Yeah, I got that one wrong on my prediction this week, but I can't get them all right all the time.
I can't get them all right either. I guess for the Lions, I just felt guilty of picking them, but then something told me like I think on my pick 'em, I did pick the Lions because I didn't think Packers were that impressive. The Cowboys was an easy one because it was the Commanders. They're rebuilding. It wasn't like any other football, even an average football fan or a guy who doesn't know football would have just picked the Cowboys on that one.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think so too.
And then Niners and Seahawks, I know it was a little bit being cocky, but I said this could be a blowout. Like when we're talking about my prediction, right? Didn't I say 31? What is it? No.
You said 35-17.
Yeah, 35-17. That wasn't me being too arrogant, but it was close enough.
Yeah, because the actual score was 31-13.
Yeah, 18-point differential, maybe a couple point difference of the scoreboard, but yeah.
And for the record, since it's on the internet, my prediction was 31-14. So yay.
Oh, you needed 3 more. Wait, no, actually.
No, I was like right on the money because it was the actual score was 31-13, and my prediction was 31-14.
So 1 point behind, 1 point ahead. Okay, now you're the winner on that one because your scoreboard was very close. Like you had 31 correct. The 13, I guess it was what it was. Mine was, oh yeah, he thought it wasn't going to be a close game. I think he's one of them Seattle fans that kind of speaks it like it is. There's quite a few of them I know that are not even too optimistic about it. They're not really high on Geno.
Thank you, Tommy. I will take the bow down. Thank you.
Yeah, your prediction. If you watch Tuesday's show, she did predict that score, so it was just 1 score differential. But yeah,
I am.
Is she Italian?
See,
you're Italian, but you're Hispanic also, right?
No, I'm just Italian. I'm 100%.
Oh, you're Italian?
Yes. C is yes in Spanish and in Italian. So see, you learned something new today as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yes.
So I guess since we're talking Italian, what's your favorite Italian? You like the pizza? You like the lasagna?
My favorite food. Well, pizza you can never really go wrong with, but my mom makes like the best lasagna, so that's always been my favorite. What's your favorite Italian cuisine?
I guess everybody likes pizza, so pizza is just always my go-to. But if it was non one, I would say the chicken chili Alfredo.
Ooh, that's really good too.
Yeah,
you get wrong with that.
He said he's half Italian.
You know what? Half is enough.
Oh man.
What's going on in the comments? Why would you think that the Niners were going to lose? What are you talking about?
Tommy's always the other way around. Like he kind of reminds me of my father, who doesn't think highly of his Cowboys. He'll say, "Oh, we're not going to win," and then once things go a different way, they'll change their tune and say, "Oh yeah, we're going to beat them." Yes.
Oh,
that's how my old man was. My old man was exactly like that when it came to his Cowboys. Like if he didn't think they were going to win, he was going to say, we're going to get our butts whooped.
Maybe so he wouldn't be like that disappointed when it did happen. It's probably
they'll save our trip from this. Yeah, anything positive for me. Yeah, Daniel, I was saying that all day yesterday. You were like, dude, the funny part about Tommy, he was telling me shit like, dude, we ain't gonna do shit to these guys. And I'm like, and then he changes tune and says, let's go. And I'm like, okay, Tommy, maybe you're the good luck charm, because if you think negative about it, you're kind of giving us the positive out of it.
We will take it. We will take it. We will take it.
Yeah. I think the fact we dominate the Seattle Seahawks proves otherwise, that we're just a team to beat. And I think the NFC West, it's not even going to be close. Like Seattle was just maybe closer to the Niners competition. The Rams, they were just neck and neck for a little bit. Now they're just falling off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a divisional game, right? So those are always kind of a little bit more intense. And I think there's just the history of us and the Seahawks and going up there. And everyone knows that it's really hard to hear in that stadium. But when they did like a showing of the fans, didn't it look like there were a lot more Niner fans than there were Seahawk fans? Like Niner fans travel well.
Yeah, we go pretty well. And I think for the Super Bowl to be in Vegas, man, I think money-wise, they're probably going to try to get our fan base to pay a lot. I think the only way we can get past the NFC is if we beat Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Detroit's kind of a sleeper. Like, they could be good, but it can be like a little trick, so we don't know.
I mean, if our defense played the way they played yesterday, I think it'll be hard for any team to beat us. I mean,
I think we'll know by December 3rd against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's the real test, because one thing about Philadelphia is they've always found ways to win ugly or win games that they should have won already, but they're just playing exactly close games.
Yes. And I hear this, and I know that when I do predictions for next week's game, I'm probably going to pick the Niners, because I always do. I need to like also realize like it's okay to lose.
It's the homer mentality. I'll just play.
It is like,
but on my pick'ems, I actually have Buffalo for the upset, because I think Buffalo, they're a different team for this matchup.
I mean, it could be, but also it makes me think of like, wouldn't it be better to lose to them here and really figure that out versus in the playoffs, because we might see them there.
I think it goes well either way, because if we beat them, it builds our confidence.
Right.
But if we don't beat them, that kind of gives us some doubt right there.
That's very, very true.
Because they beat us in the most important game of last year.
Yeah.
But if we come into their house and beat them, this builds confidence going into the playoffs and say, hey, we can beat these guys. It doesn't matter if it's Philadelphia or here.
Yeah, no, especially at their house. That's going to be
important, because we don't know. Like, what if the Eagles still get the number 1 seed? And if we still have, like, okay, let's say hypothetically we do beat them, but we beat them in a 2-score, maybe 3-score difference, and that builds confidence. You can go into Philadelphia and say, you know what? We hang with those guys, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. We can definitely beat them again. That's the confidence mentality. That's what you want. Like, I don't think it matters where we play at, but if you can build confidence in Philadelphia,
definitely. No, I think you're speaking facts as long as we do that and keep that up. And who would you say MVP of yesterday's game is? You can do person, you can do coach, you can do group of people, because I have a group of people. I'm cheating.
Okay, group of people. Okay, I'll give you.
Or you can do person, whatever you. Who do you think?
I do individuals.
Just one
individual. Like, I guess
individual.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to beat you to this one, because I think you're going to say this person's name, but I'm going to say McCaffrey. This entire offense runs through McCaffrey, and he scored 2 touchdowns, so he's definitely getting the game ball. CMC is just the heart and soul of this running offense.
Yes, I agree. I'm cheating this week for most valuable player. It's going to be most valuable players. I really do think it's our defensive line, because if that like pick interception didn't happen, they wouldn't have had any any points really.
Yeah, 6 points. That's all we're talking about is 6 points. It's just you take away the pick six from the Seahawks defense, and it would have been different. But yeah, the defensive line, 6 sacks on Geno Smith.
See, that's So the defensive line, amazing, great.
I'll give you that. That's fair, because when you're saying as a collectively, that's fair.
Yeah,
the defensive line did play pretty well.
Do you feel that we're feeling because Nick Bosa said something that made me feel like, okay, this is how we're really feeling it, the effect of Chase Young being on the defensive line, where now they're like, we don't even know what our stats are because there's so many people getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, like I think the difference of the energy is Chase Young makes it so easy for Nick and those other guys because he was getting double a lot.
Yeah.
And we didn't have that other guy that's the opposite that can make it hard for them. Now that you make it a one-on-one, it does kind of make it difficult for other teams to like if they want to try to double Bosa, it's not a good look because Chase Young's right on the other side. Hargrave and Armstead, pick your poison.
Yeah, no, you're right. It becomes really difficult. I see that someone's sister lives in Florence. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, Italy, huh? Nice.
Very cool. My family's from southern Italy, so from Salerno area.
Oh, Salerno. Okay. That's kind of cool. You know, I got family down Mexico, so it's like different culture.
Similar though, very, very similar.
Similar.
Yes.
I mean, but if you look at the way, like you said, our defensive line has just been different. Like I think it's been 15 sacks since we got Chase Young.
Yeah, I think I read that statistic, and I don't know. It just seems like, and maybe I'm off. I don't really know because it's them, but it seems like they're having fun. Like that was a fun game for them. When you're doing good and you're there. I mean, I know for sure you're, you're a professional player, but I think there's some fun of like who really does get to the quarterback first, and they all enjoyed it.
Yeah, especially like when you look at how the way our defensive line is, but Bosa has, I think ever since Chase has been there, Bosa's been getting 5 sacks now.
Yeah.
Because I see his sack total, it was 3.5, now it's 8.
Yeah. So it's going up.
Yeah, quick it changed.
Maybe there's a competitiveness, right? Like he wants.
Oh yeah, Hargrave's got 6 sacks now, and then you got a lot of the other guys. But Chase is 6.5 overall this season, even from the Commanders in here. So he's helped a little bit.
For sure.
Armstead, you'd be surprised. He's got 5 sacks this year.
Hey, that's
the
good.
guy didn't have a single sack last year. He's got 5 this year.
Hey, stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, and then you got all these guys feasting, man. That's just like, it's insane.
Made my heart happy. And then did you hear McCaffrey was like, it was really good. They cooked it. It was really juicy and flavorful. I'm like, this fool. I thought it was great. What's going on in the comments? Funny.
I don't know. I think everybody's kind of going at each other a little bit, but I think it's just misunderstood for everybody else. Like, are we talking Ravens versus Niners? I think it's possible, unless I don't know, like personally, because if Kansas City can't get it together, I think they're definitely going to be AFC Championship contenders. But if they don't get the receivers and stuff figured out, I don't think it matters who they play, because I think as long as Baltimore Ravens plays their best football, I think Baltimore is that one team they don't want to play in the conference. I don't care if it's Kansas City or in Baltimore. I don't think the Chiefs want to play the Ravens.
Yeah. But I think we play the Ravens Christmas Day. I don't think we do.
And that will give us another true test too, because maybe this is a preview of the Super Bowl. We don't know.
And I did see Kittle steal the turkey, and I saw Debo take his turkey leg and throw it.
like that. It's just funny how they just come. Yeah, like Kittle would have just been like, Kittle's just a funny guy. Like, just something about him just stands out. Then you see, like, the way he acts, and then he says, "Would you rather spend all your Thanksgiving with your teammates or your family?" He says, it doesn't matter to me." He says, "It's a fun feeling just to go to Seattle and beat them."
Yeah, that was great. That was really, really cool. And I saw something here. Oh yeah, anything for anyone beating the Chiefs. I'm over the Chiefs too, by the way. So
I think as far as the Super Bowl, I've been over that Super Bowl since we lost. It's like I'm not like I kind of understand why we lost. It's because of Kyle's dumb play calling. It cost us the game. We had a 10-point lead. What else can you do to win the game? You just threw the ball. You kept passing. Our defense can hold so much, but I didn't take it as a personal game because when I looked at the last Super Bowl we lost to was the Ravens. That's one of them Super Bowls that I'm trying to get over with, but it still haunts me.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of Niner fans are trying to move on from that Super Bowl. I said, dude, can we get a rematch on the Ravens at some point and get a payback out of them? At least can we get a revenge on the Ravens?
Hey,
can we give them their first Super Bowl defeat? Can we give them the first Super Bowl defeat and then maybe play Kansas City for another round?
Oh gosh.
Just to put the revenge tour in the list.
Yeah.
And then make Brock Purdy the next, whatever they call him, the next Tom Brady or something like that. I don't know. We can all dream.
I always wonder, I'm like, what does this boy have to do to prove that he is, an elite quarterback?
Oh, yeah. The difference with those quarterbacks is if you're picked late, they're not going to look at you as those other quarterbacks. The one thing that gets them in the conversation is winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because then everyone's watching you and it's in your face. And I hope he really does. And I think he will. I really think it'll be.
Because, I mean, for other quarterbacks, like if you're a first or third round kind of guy, they're going to give you all the recognition and buzz you get. But when it comes down to the later rounds like Brady, I think it took Brady until he won multiple Super Bowls to get his recognition.
Yes. And wasn't there some talk of Brady, because now we're seeing good old Bill and his Patriots not doing so well. So was it the coach making the coaching staff making Brady look good, or did Brady make the coaches look good?
I think we're starting to see more of it because you look at Bill Belichick, he's been average. Like if you saw his stop in Cleveland, he only had one winning season in Cleveland and didn't do squat. He goes in You good?
Oh no, it cut out, but I heard a little bit of what you were saying. But then I also saw the comment of Bill and Pete need to sit down, and I couldn't agree more.
Well, Pete benefited with Russell Wilson in that Legion of Boom. We can all agree on that. But I think Bill was the worst because he didn't do nothing in Cleveland. He only had one playoff season. All he was known for was coaching the Giants defense when he had Lawrence Taylor. That's all he was known for before he became a good coach.
See, this I did not know. See, so you're schooling me on
other stuff. He was a Bill Parcells coaching tree, a Bill Parcells disciple. Like Bill Parcells was another guy. Bill Parcells was a defensive guy too, if I'm mistaken. He picked up the knowledge by being on his coaching tree. So Bill Belichick was a Bill Parcells guy.
Okay.
And then Bill Belichick did go under the Miami Dolphins coaching tree with Don Shula also for.
Oh, see, I didn't know that either. See,
that's crazy. It's just
learning all the new football things for me here.
And Pete Carroll. Let's not get it twisted with Pete Carroll. He was once a member of the George Seifert coaching tree.
Oh, see, did not know.
Niners defensive line coach. I think he was Niners defensive line coach, and then he was our DC for 1995.
Oh, see, well, yeah, that's going far. See, I pay for the players. I'm the player person, not the coaching.
Pete Carroll is from San Francisco. It's always been in his blood with the Niners, but it was never meant to be for him to coach for us.
See how things turn out.
Yeah, but if you look at Pete Carroll's history with the NFL, he got where he got all his coaching style of defense. Oh, he was a DB coach. I thought he was a D-line coach. I'm gonna look it up. It says defensive coordinator, No, he was our defensive coordinator in 1995 to 1996. So he was under the George Seifert defense. So he was a defensive back. I thought he was a defensive line coach. My bad. But his history in the NFL, he's always had coaching trees. He was coaching under Bill Parcells also, but I think a lot of his defense that he learned was from the George Seifert and what's that other guy's coach? The guy from the Vikings. He learned a lot from that guy, Grant or something. Bud Grant was another guy he learned from also, but he got all the defense from George Seifert.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's a lot of crazy history, like how you look at it. Like
it is, and how coaches go all over the place. And
yeah, a lot of the Legion of Boom, or what Seattle had in their success, was because he had this defense run by Bud Grant and George Seifert type of defense. George Seifert ran a great defense in San Francisco. Nobody talks much about the Niners defense. They always talk about Joe Montana, that offense.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Well, I mean, the only other time that I really, really remember, no, not Niners offense. It has always been Niner defense, but
it's always been our defense for that decade. Even under the Jim Harbaugh era, everybody talks about our defense. Our offense wasn't quite talked about.
Right, because that was what, Kaepernick and then Alex Smith.
But our offense wasn't always the top of the unit. Right. It was always like maybe top 10 or maybe below there. But we had a defense that was top 5, or if not better.
That Bowman and Willis era.
Oh, yeah. Chances of Harbaugh coming back to the NFL, I would love to have him as an HC. I don't know if he'll ever want to coach in Seattle. I'm hearing some rumors that he might even go coach the Raiders. I don't know.
I heard that too. I was like, how insane would that be?
That would be a bad taste in the faithful, even though he was done wrong by Jed York. But
I thought he was done wrong too. I loved Harbaugh. I was sad.
Harbaugh was a great coach, but I guess it had to come down to that stupid GM they pick. Was it Trent Baalke? Like, yeah, if you can't scout talent, this guy, he's checked the boxes and he can play. We got him, unfortunately. He's just coming off an injury, but within a year or two, this guy's going to be an all-pro. I'm telling you, he's going to be good.
I thought I didn't even know that was you anymore. You totally.
No, I just did the impersonation of.
I know. That was good.
Yeah, you check the boxes. This guy has the instinct. He's a smart, football-minded guy. We just got him off an injury. I think he would have easily been a first-round pick, if not a top 5 pick. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. That guy could be good. He's out of the league within a couple of years.
Yeah.
Dumb guy. See, he even knows I do that little voice. I might do a little bit of the Trent Baalke voices. I know some people like some of my voice impressions.
Hey, you're good at them. Why not?
Yeah. But chances of Harbaugh coming back to the NFL, I don't know. I think he might still be in Michigan's head coach unless they really kick him out for good in college, because he's been suspended.
Yeah, I saw that. But how do you think that would go if he became the Raiders coach? I mean,
oh my God, that's just going to be too much dramatic. Like, there's going to be that animosity. He's going to probably throw a lot of drama with the Raiders, and he's probably going to say crap about us and all that dumb stuff, because certain ex-Niners always have that bitterness when they come to the black hole.
Yeah. Wasn't there another team too that was considering him, or rumor mill has started?
There's been talks, maybe the the Chicago Bears, maybe.
Oh, the Bears, yeah, I think
because that was his original team he played for.
Oh, so he might just go back there. I mean, hey.
Yeah, you missed your call, and you should be doing overs. Side-Chan, I'm sorry, buddy. You are wearing recycled color gears. This is like my Jaguars. You are wearing garbage uniform. You live in the Pacific Northwest team. You root for a team that's raining. Cry a free of tears. You want Skittles? Taste the rainbow.
You got a side gig coming up. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and then, hey, this is a Rams fan. When was the last time you guys fill up your own stadium? I know we didn't fill up one in Santa Clara. I know. But Jacksonville can't even fill up a damn stadium when they're not good. See, I like making people laugh out of it.
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. Oh, Ramilia, he's a legit diehard Rams fan, one of them OG Rams fans. He's a good dude. I guess you can say he's one of them big time trolls. He comes into everybody's comment section. Anything with Niners, he'll jump in. Like this guy likes anything with Niners. Like I guess there's not a lot of big community with the Rams, so I guess that's why he has to try to fit in and all that. But he's a good guy. Oh, wow.
Oh, that was great.
He's coming at it, man.
That's my favorite comment out of all the comments.
Oh man, dude. You know what's even worse?
What?
I picked the Rams over the Seahawks in this matchup. It had nothing to do with the bias part. It was more like I look at the physical matchup. I said if Stafford plays, I'm gonna go with the Rams. If not, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. And a lot of people said, I don't think it makes a difference. And I said, bro, have you seen how the Rams are when they have a healthy Stafford? Are you serious? Like they have weapons. Like it makes a difference when you don't have a good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean that's a key player and who doesn't have a quarterback anymore? Isn't it the Bengals quarterback is out?
Oh yeah, Joe Burrow's out for the season.
Someone else is out. Who else is out?
Oh, Watson's out for the season. And then let's see, I'm thinking of another quarterback. There was another one we lost to.
Yeah, it was someone we lost to. So we lost to.
Wait, yeah, we lost to one of the teams in our conference, but I forgot. Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins out for the season, man. He had one of his best games, and then 2 weeks later on injured reserve.
Don't make us lose to you.
That's what happened. Matter of fact, if we lose to Philadelphia, that means they lose Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I mean,
reverse logic, right? Reverse. So Philadelphia might want to lose to us so you can keep your quarterback for the season.
Would that be wrong of us? I mean, we never want to wish anything.
No, I don't wish nothing on them. But I'm just saying, since the stats say that when you beat us, you lose your quarterback within a week or so. I don't want that to happen. But hey, Philadelphia, if you want to beat us, good luck with that. Just know that the last teams that beat us, they lost their starting quarterbacks for the year.
It's true. So think about it. Choose wisely when you
choose wisely. Just choose wisely. Choose wisely. Oh, Baltimore, do not beat us, or your quarterback might be out for the. I'm not even gonna say that.
It's a good warning. It's a good warning.
Just a warning. No. Just take a 3-point loss. That might be your safe bet.
You know what? I like it. I'm all for it. I am all for it.
Yeah. But in all seriously, I think we already covered a lot of the basics. And since we're going on we got until we play the Eagles, we'll definitely recap the Eagles game. But
yes, for sure.
So what do you hope for this matchup against Philadelphia?
Everyone stays healthy for sure, because I'm scared, because the last time we played Philadelphia, Barack got hurt. I think it'll be a pretty good, intense game. I think it'll be a close scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring one. And I just feel like it's defense versus defense, and for us to really see how good our defense is what I think is going to happen. What about you?
I think we're gonna have to play up to the physical level like we've been doing before. Yeah. We gotta get the Jalen Hurts. We gotta disrupt their passing game, and we just gotta block good for Brock Purdy. Like Philadelphia's got one of the best trenches in the NFL. When it comes to their best offensive linemen, they're ranked number 1 for a reason, because they got a good, solid unit. Their defensive line, they're dogs out there. Their linebackers, not so much. Their secondary, okay, kind of like on the same level as the Niners when it comes to the secondary. But I think outside of that, all they have is Jalen Hurts. That's it. Jalen Hurts, they got good receivers. Oh, yeah, Seahawks Eddie, what's up, man? And the crazy part is they don't have their starting tight end for this game, because he's still going to be out for this game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All Scooter's out for this game.
Okay. So,
but hey, that's a crazy stat, Tommy. Like, have you noticed that when the Vikings beat us on Monday Night Football, Kirk Cousins was out for the season? But even though Deshaun Watson didn't play, he's technically on the Browns roster. So that technically means, okay, you beat the Niners. Okay, you're out. Your quarterback's out for the season. Joe Burrow. Okay, you won against the Niners. Hey, I got bad news for you, buddy. Out for the season. That's what it seems like, but I don't know. Maybe for those teams, they better just play wisely and not try to win.
Yeah. All we could advise, just see what's happened to the past people that have lost us, or past quarterbacks. But yes, nothing but good vibes. We want everyone to stay healthy no matter what, though.
Yeah, we want all teams to be healthy too. But like I don't know if you ever seen that one cartoon or that one wish where they said, hey, you know what? I got good news for you. Okay, you guys won, but here's the bad news. Your quarterback's out.
It's like that. It's a double-edged sword because you don't want that, right?
Yeah,
Neither
you
of them
ever
are
seen that
good.
cartoon? You ever seen that cartoon or whatever that person say? I got good news for you. You got towards your destination, but bad news is you lost something.
I wouldn't want that. I don't want
No,
that.
you wouldn't want that. It kind of reminds me of that cartoon. You know that one
Wait,
cartoon.
what cartoon is that? Now I feel like I need to go back and watch my
I
cartoon.
think it was the Flintstones or Futurama or one of the other shows. I forget what it was.
Okay.
But there was a movie where you know how that had that devil and the angel, but the other guy
Yes. Yeah.
one on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Sirianni. Okay, good news is you beat the Chiefs, but bad news is you cannot beat the 49ers. And he's probably gonna just not listen to them say, I'm not gonna listen to you. Okay. You don't want to see what's gonna happen.
See, he does not. He does not want to see what's going to happen.
We don't ever wish it on nobody. We
No.
don't. It's just the stat says it. The stat says that the quarterbacks who beat us, they actually missed the season.
Yeah.
I know Joe Burrow is kind of an injury-prone quarterback. Like before the injury, he did take the Bengals to the Super Bowl. Now look at them now.
And he's now the highest-paid quarterback in the league.
Yeah. And Kirk Cousins gives Minnesota a decent chance to go to the playoffs, but now he's out.
Yeah. Well, there's always next season.
Yeah. What is up, Terra Dome? What is up?
Hi.
Terra Dome is in the building. He's got some good takes. He's got a good channel.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. We pretty much covered a lot of the basics, but
we did. It was a good episode.
It's a good episode. We'll see you guys next Tuesday because we do the recaps, but I guess since it's necessary, since it's a short week and she's got a vacation, we're gonna go on next Tuesday for this.
Well, we don't even have a game on Sunday, so that makes
sense. It's a bye week.
It's our bye week.
It's a mini bye week.
It's a mini bye week, so we'll be back the following. We'll be back in December.
Oh, okay, one more question, and I hope this is not the question I want to see, but I get it. This is one of them questions. If the Niners fall short, what needs to change? I think the offensive line. That would have to be the one thing that needs to change because in order for Brock Purdy to be successful, he has to have better protection.
Mm-hmm.
I think the offensive line is ranked 22, and it's not a good thing. How long can he maintain that? Because at some point, there's going to be a missed block, and Brock's going to have the same fate that he had against the Eagles in the championship.
Agree.
I think that would be the only thing we need to fix. But other than that, I think we covered everything else. And for Bella, tell everybody where they can find your social media platform, and we can end it on a good note.
Yes. So I am on not the YouTube yet. I am on the Instagram, and I am on the TikTok. And now you're going to ask me what my handles are. And wait 2 seconds, and I'll give it to you because do I memorize these things? Absolutely not. I want to say on TikTok, I am pause, please. I am Life with Lady A. And then on the Instagram, if you want to find me, I am one Bella Luna. All one word.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yay.
Well, go follow her here. She's very kind and very nice. She'll
try to be nice.
Time to respond.
The Italian toxic stuff doesn't come out until later, so we'll see.
Okay, and then I guess when it comes to the other weeks, you'll send me the pick'em things like you did last time. So
yes. Tuesdays they come out and I'll send them.
All right, sounds good. And for everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Niners.
Bye guys.
Bye.